3 shots, 4 par, I just do 2. 1 putt, par 4, birdie, woohoo. New driver, info, replace, M2, par 5, fairway, what you fin do? Think I'll try to get on into, start right, good line, good view, it drew,
All right.
shoot him, McGavin, 2 thumbs
Just
up,
jump right
high,
into it. Why not? On the Screws podcast, on the Screws podcast, episode number 83. You said, Bryce. Okay, we've got Kevin Gordon, local. We're all in Whippy right now.
Yeah.
You're seeing Mac in a different space here. I'm in Chad's space, I guess, Bryce.
Yeah, he's literally right on the second floor.
Yeah,
right
so
here.
we had an in-person one going, and we're gonna try and talk through the vent here because technical difficulties. And thank you to Kevin for the patience, but we're here.
Yeah, we'll put it this way: we tried to start at 8:30. It's now 9:32, and we're just getting started. So things have been going really well here. So bear with us.
It's been good. So hopefully the audio's okay. Hopefully sounds okay. We're just recording and praying right now. And thanks for joining us, Kevin. Thanks for being patient. Yeah, beers on us or something. I'm Bryce anyway. So
I'll hold you to that.
yeah,
I'll hold you to that.
yeah. You can. We were just talking about the stealth. I got one in the bag too. You can come. You can hit it a little bit if you like. So,
Fellow lefty, I need it.
yeah, man. So, Bryce, can you pop in a quick ad read here, and then we'll jump right into it.
Yeah, hashtag ad reads with Bryce. They usually go pretty well, but Manscaped, awesome company. If you really want to mow your body down, TM. If you listen to our previous episodes, you'll get that. But yeah, use 20% off. Or use OTS for 20% off with our with Manscaped, our partners at Manscaped. So
Yeah,
head on over.
yeah. That was not your best, but that's okay.
Buddy,
worst.
I don't think I've had a best.
That's passable.
No,
That's
the
passable.
oh, Kev, we got to show you the waste management one. The waste management one was your best one when you were
Uh-oh.
he like
when I butchered
it was the
I
very
laughed,
it was the
went
very
out of
first one, and then he
screen,
said
and
something about if
bounced
you
back.
yeah, it was just you went like a deer in headlights. It was good. So
Just kind of froze.
yeah, it was
Yeah,
it was
I
all right.
laughed myself off screen and then came back and went right back into it, nailed it.
Yeah.
Hey, you don't
Nailed
need
it.
ad reads when you're a hockey player.
No, we were thinking like I was thinking on the way here. It's like, oh, Sam Burns won 3 times. Like, if you want to champion your body or something, you use OTS Golf at Manscaped. I don't know.
See, I don't ever pre-think it. I just like try to hammer it right when whatever comes to the melon.
Trust me, I
Straight
know.
off the cuff.
I know. So Kevin Gordon, PGA Tour Canada.
Yep.
Yes, so you played last year's your first time on the tour.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
Okay.
last year it was a good season. It was definitely a lot of fun. But yeah, last year was first year kind of giving it a go. I mean, COVID kind of put a wrench in the road,
Mm-hmm.
obviously.
Yeah, we were talking a little bit there because I was at Osprey Valley and you had a really good weekend there. But let's come back to it. Can we kind of walk it back a little bit? I know you and Bryce have a bit of history. You guys kind of know each other a little bit. You know the Yetman family through some hockey and stuff. You're a Whippy native as well, so that's where we all are right now. Maybe we should have just like got together in person and rolled one.
We should have just booked a hotel conference room.
Yeah, just rolled one mic and we would have had no problem. Just a little round table. But
Oh,
maybe you can
was
just
an elite.
yeah, just tell us the listeners here who Kevin Gordon is. Maybe what got you into the game. What are some of your other interests and whatnot?
Yeah, absolutely. Like he said, like Max said, my name's Kevin Gordon, from Whitby, Ontario. My dad got me into the game like super early.
Mm-hmm.
I was lucky enough; he was a member over at Oshawa Golf Club.
Right.
So, probably by the age of 4 or 5, I was kind of sitting in a cart, riding around holes with him. My good buddy Matt Shubley was over there as well, and he's only a year older than me. So kind of grew up on the course together out there from a very, very young age. But, honestly, I didn't even like golf that much. Like growing up, I kind of spent more time in hockey, which is weird because I wasn't even that good at it. I really wasn't but I kind of struggled, like played AA, AAA, all of that and growing up. And I think it came to like, I might've been grade 10 or something when I quit. I kind of left I left in the middle of a season. It was weird, but quit hockey and then kind of just focused more on golf. Started playing some tournaments. Then like kind of towards the end of my junior career, I guess I started getting like a lot better. And I was like, well, maybe I can, go to college, play college golf, see how that goes. And so I started playing in more American tournaments and had some good finishes. So I got a couple D1 offers and ended up in Nebraska, Omaha, and spent 4 years there. I'd say a pretty good college career, and then turned pro in 2019. I think it was July, the summer of 2019, right after 4 years in Omaha, Nebraska. And then, now here we are, three years removed from turning pro, and now
Still grinding.
Still grinding. Got PGA Tour Canada status, which was nice. Like I said earlier, COVID put a wrench in a lot of our plans, so
Yeah.
it feels nice now that everything's getting back to normal. Getting a full PGA Tour Canada schedule on the books, and starting more tournaments are getting back up with COVID. I don't want to say clearing, but
Yeah, but it's like we had Scott Pritchard on a couple months ago, and he was kind of just like he was saying, it's time to kind of get the tour back, and I think there's things that we can put in place to safely work out whatever we need to make it safe for the players, right? So I think they were hoping for 13 events this year. They were hoping to add one on. So I don't know if they're still at 12 or are they at 13. Do you know right now, Kevin?
I think they're at 12 right now.
Okay. All right. So
yeah. So
it should be it should be at least like a full schedule for you guys. So I want to come back to PGA Tour Canada because, like I said, I was lucky enough to carry a bag for a weekend there last year and kind of walk around Toronto and have a good experience there and get to know some of the players we've had. Good pal Lucas Noni on, Callum Davison, Jake McNulty, Ziggy, Michael Blair. Yeah, Ziggy.
Yeah.
Ziggy's a character. I think I'm actually gonna go carry for Ziggy when he's here in Toronto. So, so yeah, we've been lucky enough to kind of connect with a bunch of players and have a couple really good chats. It's been good, and you might be Lucas is a lefty as well. So, kind of nice to chat with another lefty and make Bryce
Callum's lefty and right. He counts for both.
That's true. Yeah.
I don't know how he does it, dude.
Yeah. Isn't that nuts?
There's actually kind of a good story I got about him. So I got paired with him out in Brudenell, the first one he won.
Oh, sorry to interrupt here, but please tell me you had no idea that he swung cross-handed and you went.
No, I had no idea who he was.
Yeah,
like zero clue who he was, because I think that was his first tournament. Like he was playing Form Tour, I think he said. So that was his first tournament actually on the PGA Tour, like the Canada one.
Yeah, that's right. I remember him saying that he had come up for that one. Yeah.
So he won it, but so I got paired with him for the first 2 rounds. It was me, him, and Brendan Lacoste. And I think we were about, I don't know, maybe 5-6 holes in. We were just, kind of talking, me and Brendan, and we just both said to each other, like, I wonder how he hits it out of the bunkers. Like, I can't seem to imagine he'd be a good bunker player. I don't know, just like in our heads, we're like, it just doesn't seem to work. Like, I don't know how you get enough sand, enough speed. And then I think it was 2 holes later, holes 1 from the bunker. and then Brendan goes to me, he goes, I guess that's how he does it. Yeah. And then 3 holes later, he holes another one from the bunker.
That's hilarious.
I was like, 2 in 1 round from a guy we weren't chirping him, but we were just curious, how he'd be a good bunker player. And then
he was brutally honest about it. He said he had coaches that tried to because he can play it either way. I guess he's got to be somewhat ambidextrous to an extent, at least a little, right? So he had some coaches in the past that were saying okay, maybe we'll, maybe we'll just get you going right-handed, left-handed, whatever it is. And he just said he felt most natural, most comfortable the way that he was swinging it. And there's a couple times throughout the conversation where Bryce and I, you just see us staring up, we're just processing, right? Just looking up, trying to process. And one of it was I saw him hit a low spinner or something from 30 yards or something, right? Yeah. And I just didn't understand the attack angle. It didn't make any how do you have that? So he just said the exact same thing. He's not too analytical with his game. He doesn't, he doesn't get too much into any of the numbers. And I think the week before we had Brian Hawley on, who's
Swing Catalyst.
Yeah, he's with Swing Catalyst, and he's one of the smartest minds when it comes to the golf
technicality
swing, right?
Wise.
He knows what
and he said he saw him. He saw him when they were out in BC. He's out in BC, and he just said, I didn't get a chance to go up and chat with him, but he would have loved to. But it was just, it was hard to process for Ryan. Like
Yeah, he
he's like, I
probably
don't,
cringes watching.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's just
that's
like,
that's the perfect way to like describe it. It's hard to process. Like you don't even like you don't know what's going on.
Yeah, well, I was
Like,
gonna ask you, what was it like on that first tee when you saw him take his first practice swing, and you were like, "Whoa, what?" Like,
well,
did he-
I still like I heard he was cross-handed, and then
Oh, so you heard it before, like
yeah,
you
like
didn't step up to
before.
the tee not having any clue about him. Like
Yeah,
you
like
had
I
an
heard it like
idea.
the day
Oh,
before
okay.
someone told me when
Okay.
we were looking at
Okay.
pairings or whatever. But then someone came up to me on the putting green and they're like, "Man, the cross-handed won't even throw you off that much. Just watch his like hitch he has in his swing."
Oh yeah.
yeah, it's like
And
a pump.
the first
Like,
tee was a driver, and it's like stop, go.
yeah,
I'm like, what in the
Oh,
world is
that's
that?
wicked.
It was
'Cause-
like, yeah, it's just so much to
He-
look at. But
He
hey,
talked to us about that. He said it literally just like he was working on something on the range and it just like stuck in his swing ever since
Oh,
he started
really?
working on it. Yeah, he said he just couldn't get rid of it anymore.
yeah, because
He gets the
I
job
saw a
done.
video and I asked him about it because I was like, okay, like you have that like a bit of a pump there, right? And I said, was there something that like is that are you doing something cross-handed? It's kind of, and he just said, no, I was just working on something, and it was like a polish drill or something along those lines. Because it's a real, it's not like a Victor. We were saying Victor Hovland, Bryce, but like he pumps up top. But Callum's was like
Yeah.
right as soon as he kind of like,
It's like three
So
quarters
yeah.
of the backswing. It's so
Yeah,
weird.
exactly. It's like before he even reaches his hip, it's like a hinge. I'm like, well, it's weird, but God, the guy can play.
yeah.
he can.
So it must have felt good to like be a lefty like myself and not be like the weird guy. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
we're always like,
exactly.
yeah, we're kind of the outcast, right? But can we go back to you're playing? Where were you playing in university, Kevin?
Nebraska, Omaha.
Okay, so what was that experience like with you? Like we've talked to quite a few guys. I know.
We had
Um,
Vim on.
yeah,
Oh, you had Vinny on.
yeah, Vim
Yeah.
was on, and I remember talking like at length with Paul Park about playing university golf, like D1 golf, and just the experience. Can you give us an idea what it was like for you?
Yeah, man, it was a good 4 years. It was a lot of fun. What I liked most about it was just kind of the team camaraderie.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, basically almost every week you're getting on a bus on what would it be? It would be a Saturday. You're getting on a van on Saturday, packing up. You're driving whatever 8 to 14 hours with all the guys that you've
Fun
just spent the
guys.
last like 3 years with, right? Like a better chunk of your life with, and so you get to know some guys. I still live with when I'm down in Arizona. I still live with one of the guys I was on the team with. But man, it was a fun 4 years. The school part of it got to me a little bit. I found it hard to like juggle school and golf,
Balance.
right? Because it's a lot. Like I said, like Monday, Tuesdays are your tournament days basically for every event. It's Monday, Tuesday. So and then you get back like at Tuesday, God, midnight, sometimes Wednesday at like 2, 3 a.m. And then you have class the next day. So you're missing basically half your classes, right? So I found it hard on that aspect, but
What
'cause
did
all I
you
wanted to do was
study,
golf.
Kevin? What did you study?
I was just general education,
Okay.
just get a degree and get out. And but I actually still have a couple more classes left to get that degree, but that's
Yeah.
for another time. uh, honestly, all I wanted to do was golf basically every day, and
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
the reason why I ask you, like I said, we had a couple of guys on there. Like Vim was down at Moorhead, and that was right, eh, Bryce? He was down at Moorhead.
Yep.
Yeah, and then
yeah.
we had Jacqueline Lee on, so she was at Ohio State, and she believe she was a finance major as well as Paul Park, and she actually fast tracked. So she got her LPGA card and left early, which I thought was
Oh, really?
pretty wild to hear.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, so especially like going to such a big school and having such a competitive schedule and then being able to so it's nice to hear all the different stories. Like, Paul was saying that he found it to be a different experience because it's a team, but it's extremely
But it's not.
competitive.
Yeah.
It was, and like Bryce will tell you, like having the conversation with Paul Park, he's probably like the nicest human being on the planet. And he was saying it was tough too, because like you want to support the other guys, but you might not get that support back in return, right? So
Right.
it's always kind of interesting to hear about school. But so when you wrapped up school, you turned pro just pretty much right away?
Yeah, pretty much right away in that July. Like I had an apartment in Omaha that I like had to move out in August. So I kind of spent like I would normally come home once that year would be done, but I was like, oh, I'll just stay down in the States, play some mini tour events down here, and then go back up when my apartment's done. So, but yeah, that summer of 2019 is when I turned pro, and it was around July or something like that.
Is it in Nebraska or?
Yeah, in Omaha, Nebraska.
Okay.
What'd you play down there? Like, what tour were you in down there?
They got this tour called Dakota's Tour. So it's a lot of the tournaments are like they're in South Dakota.
Okay.
But it's like I can't remember if it's Sioux City or Sioux Falls, whatever. I get them mixed up. One of those cities. They're all kind of in that area, which was only like a 2.5-hour drive from Omaha. So it was kind of perfect where I just hop in a car that morning and go get a hotel for the week but it was good. It was a fun introduction to golf, like for professional golf. It was like a nice. There was a lot of good players on it.
Yeah,
like competition was stiff for sure.
Is that what your off season's looking like right now? Are you going down to Arizona or down that way?
Yeah, I spent the last 2 winters in Arizona, and then the year before that, I think I was in Texas.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I saw your. I'm trying to think of the course. Were you playing Scottsdale in one of your? Did you have one of your posts at Scottsdale? I think.
Yeah, I've played Silverleaf out there and Whisper Rock, which are 2 just unbelievable golf courses. When I tell you, like, especially Whisper Rock for me, and not even the golf course, just like the club.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like you park your car and like the range is like 20 yards away from where you park your car. You walk on this like cobblestone like thing like to the left of the building, and you like all of a sudden the range opens up, and it's like, I kid you not, 200 yards wide, like the purest grass you'll ever see. You see tour guys hitting on the range and all that. Like,
yeah,
it's a pretty special place.
Well, I think Silverleaf, John Rahm's there. I think I know him and Tony Finau both have 59s there. And I think Tony Finau had a bogey as well.
Yeah, but Silverleaf's pretty gettable. You can go pretty low out there. I played with Jared Dutois out there. I don't know if you know him.
Yep. Yeah,
Good,
he's
like,
actually
really
he carried for Jacqueline Lee, Small World. Like, I know there was a tournament recently and he carried the bag, so I think they're like personal friends, those 2. Yeah.
Well, I saw a YouTube video about Silverleaf with Rahm. I think it was posted by Foreplay, but I heard that owner is just an absolute beauty. Like, he goes out with everyone and like tries to take them. I heard he's a stick too.
Yeah, it's a
young guy.
That, like he's like a plus like 4 apparently.
Yeah, he's a young guy too, isn't he?
Like, like 30s. So like
that would be a place to be a member, man. Oof.
Yeah,
Jared. Sorry to get off track. Jared played the Waste Management, I think, this year, right?
No, Etienne Papineau did.
Etienne, yeah, okay, all right.
Jared played, I think, the one at I always forget the name of it, but it's the one where Tiger won his last U.S. Open, like the one on one leg. What is it? Is it Torrey Pines?
Yeah, it might have been. I was pretty sure he had played one too. French Canadian name, so we're just grouping them all together. Right?
Played like a couple PGA events. He's a good player.
Yeah. So that's like your typical off season. Like, are you going down to practice? Are you playing more casually? Like, how's it look for you? Are you playing any events in the winter?
I played in I think this winter I played in 6 events. Okay. So I'll kind of like schedule it. It's not so much an intense schedule where like kind of in the summer it feels week after week after week, where you're just playing in every tournament possible. There it's kind of like, you might play in one every other week, every 3 weeks kind of thing, just to like keep the competitive juices going, right? Yeah.
You have a place down there, or you just hotel?
Yeah, I got my roommate who was on the golf team. Yeah. He was born and raised in Arizona, so we have a place down there, and
sweet.
So he doesn't golf anymore. Well, he's a weekend golfer. He's a 9-to-5 worker though now.
Yeah. I know.
So, but yeah, we have
So you're up here. Like I mentioned, we had Scott Pritchard on a few weeks ago, or a couple months ago now. Everything's kind of been, I guess it's the Fortinet Cup now, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So
they just announced that.
Yeah. So he was kind of talking about that, and he said, "Okay, I actually got to get you to cut that out." So I cut that part out, but yeah, I know that he was talking about trying to get like extra, like they had extra 13th event. And have you had a look at the schedule yet, Kevin?
Yeah, I have.
Does it open up down east for you guys again?
Yeah, I think there's two out east. I think, or what is there? There's one in Quebec. Like I think they're going back to Blaine, VA.
Yeah,
They're
that's
going,
right. That yeah, he did mention
yeah.
that. Yeah.
And then they got two in Ontario, and then they got Manitoba and Minnesota, which aren't too bad of like hikes, like relatively reasonable. Like
What
I think
courses are the two in Ontario at?
TPC, I think yeah, I think it's TPC and then Woodington Lakes.
I don't know. Where's that?
I've never played there. I think it's Guelph area. I don't even know.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
couldn't even tell you.
I know it's out west a little bit. I'm just trying to grab it here because I know that they were trying to add that one in because they've only had the one for the last, I believe, 2 seasons. It's been at TPC, but
Yeah,
I was trying to grab that because it should be. I don't know. It'll be like you said. It'll be a lot of fun to have like the extra one in, right? So I think Q
yeah.
School's wrapped up now. I think Woodington Lakes had an event for Q School as well. But
Oh, did they?
yeah, yeah. So
They had a Great Lakes tour event. I think I know that.
oh, maybe that was the one I was thinking of. Yeah,
Yeah,
Woodington Lakes. It's in Tottenham, Ontario. Just grab that one.
yeah.
So yeah, so that'd be pretty cool. I think that's only a few hours away, Bryce. Like it might be out by where I have a feeling it's like Chatham area where you played hockey.
It's an hour and 7 from here.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'll
So
probably
pretty
go out and check
close.
that one out. So yeah, it actually starts
It's
out.
like just north of Vaughan.
Oh, that's actually a lot closer than I thought.
I'd say yeah, that's actually pretty close.
It starts out in Edmonton, moves down to Elk Ridge actually in June. That was a pretty good event last year.
It was that course is nails.
Yeah.
It
Which
is
one?
like if you miss your
Ridge, out
T-ball,
west.
if you miss your T-ball, it is go back in the bag and get another ball.
Oh,
'cause
I'm
you're-
shooting
you're not-
59 there. T-ball is
But I'm
money.
telling you, this course was nails. Like the scores were high there.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's a
I was
good
trying to
spot.
I think Blair Bursey won that one. I think.
No,
I
I
don't know.
who
Oh
won
no, it's
that one?
Menard. Rail Menard, is that right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I was Raul.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. He won that
Um,
one.
Yeah, so that'd be pretty cool. I'm just kind of finally looking through the schedule here, which is I don't know, it's nice. So, and then it ends up at Deer Ridge here in Kitchener. So there's actually gonna be 3 events for you. So that'll be nice.
That's right.
Nice to be back
Yeah.
home. How do you travel with them? So a lot of the questions like we asked, like I said, Ziggy, Callum, pretty much everybody, Lucas, they all do it a little bit differently. So I know Callum took a van. Ziggy said he commuted with one of his close buddies, and then they would kind of take a car as much as they could, and then they would fly a bunch of it. Lucas has Rosie, which he put on like 50K on in one season. Like a little, a little retrofit. Him and his fiance there, they have like a retrofit Sprinter style van, which is pretty cool. So
Yeah.
got to meet her. Well, I went out and played Bear Mountain for a little bit. Yeah, we don't have to get into this story. We've got into that story.
14 holes in 5 days.
Yeah,
What a golf trip.
it was tough, man. It was
Oh no.
it was pretty tough. Yeah, but
Oh, that's brutal.
yeah, it took a day to get there too. But yeah, so what's the travel like for you? I know that's been the question. Whenever we get on that topic, it's always when you're playing any like mini tours, any PGA Tour Canada stuff like that. Like that's always kind of the tough part for people to make that transition, like yourself, like from the kind of college game to that pro level, and then you're your own travel agent at that point, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's no more. Hey guys, you're meeting in the parking lot at 8 a.m.
Yeah.
The van's going with or without you. Like
Yeah,
you don't have to make any plans in college, right? Yeah, like last year I did. It was nice because we had the Ontario and Quebec, which are drivable, right? Like,
right.
But last year I think I flew out to Saskatchewan, and then I flew from Saskatchewan to Edmonton, and then Calgary, and then it was me and like 3 other guys. There was 4 of us. Like we always shared a room, shared an Airbnb or whatever like that, because you need to share with someone. The cost right now is
Of course.
it's so high. Like I mean, even just getting a rental car.
Did I see Cause get his card this year? Or
No, Cause just turned pro though. He's just playing mini tour stuff.
About it.
Yeah.
Sorry,
But yeah, like
go ahead.
no, you're good. And then we drove we did the Calgary one, then we drove to Kelowna, and then drove to Victoria, and then flew home. So I guess it wasn't that much driving for us, just because of how expensive the rental cars were. It was almost the same to fly. Like it was just, and like my car's got 250 clicks on it right now. it's up there.
It's probably like a 2019 as well. Like
Like
3 years old, a couple 100,000
it-
kilometers. Yeah.
it comes down to Arizona with me. I'm not sure if it's gonna make it back next winter.
Yeah.
Like I'm definitely on the edge of that car's lifespan.
Well, we got to get to the point here, Bryce. We got to get a car deal for some of these guys or something.
for sure.
Yeah, hook us up.
Yeah,
Hook us up.
there's got to be something. Enterprise budget. Somebody come through and get some cars here.
Yeah, we'll just go right for the dealer. We'll get a dealership sponsor.
Yeah, we'll figure
Hooking
we'll
people
figure
up with
something
brand
out.
new
Yeah,
trucks.
we'll go lefties first. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's always something that kind of fascinates me. How you travel, how you work, all that stuff out. Do you like that part of the pro life, Kevin?
I actually like enjoy driving for whatever, like I'm a psycho, I guess, but like I really like it. So like, for example, like coming home and to school for me, I think it was a 14 and a half hour drive. I would always do it in one day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
like,
I'll tell you what, the more you drive, like I don't love driving, but I don't mind it. But I feel like it's because you do it so often, you make yourself enjoy it because you do
Exactly.
it so often.
There is some conditioning. Like I drive at work. Like in my real life, I drive at work all day or a good portion of the day. And we actually drive, like we have those Sprinter type vans and stuff like that. So it's a great, comfortable drive. But yeah, same thing. Like I went down to like Nova Scotia and I did it like in a straight shot.
Yeah.
17
You
hours
just
or
learn
so.
to love it. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
of
you
course,
do
yeah.
learn to love it. And like you can plan your, like when I drive to Arizona, like it sucks for like the first, I'd say 20 hours, and then you kind of get in the Rockies and you're like, whoa, like it's a pretty
sweet.
cool drive. Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's
Ontario's the worst part to drive in. It's so boring. And then
100%.
Where do you
What's that,
cross
Bryce?
through when you go to Arizona? You go Windsor?
I've
or do
got
you go
both. I've had a lot of issues with the border, so I got denied. The last time I tried to go through, I got denied.
Wow.
They're weird. Like I've been having troubles basically ever since I finished college because
You don't have a visa anymore.
yeah, I don't have a visa, and the guy thought I was like still going to school technically, but I wasn't. So he's like, "Yeah, I can't let you through because your visa's not signed." I go, "Yeah, but I'm not going on my visa. Like my visa's done. I'm done with school." Like, and he's like, "I can't let you go because like it's not signed by your school." And it just didn't make sense to me. So I've had troubles. So like that day, actually, that first time I got denied, I was like so mad, and I was heading down to Texas, and I was like, "What do I do?" I had no idea what to do. I had to get down there. I had a tournament in a couple days, so I ended up driving. That was the Sarnia border.
Oh, you went down to Windsor.
I went right down to Windsor. The guy pulls me in. He goes, "We don't like guys who border hop like that, but like it seems like you got like a bad break, so we'll let you through." So I got in the same day, just different border.
Yeah, because he probably saw that you got denied at Sarnia an hour before. Yeah.
As soon as you went through the booth, the guy's like, "Yeah, you got to go inside." I'm like, "Here we go." I just did more driving for absolute no reason, but it worked out, which is nice.
So what's the plan right now, Kevin? Like you're obviously practicing, getting ready for the season.
Yeah, just a lot of practice right now. Played in 2 TPT events so far. Just like I said, try to get competitive and the competitive golf in me. I got the Monday for the Canadian Open coming up on June 6th out at Oakdale.
Nice.
So that's kind of what I'm practicing for right now. But yeah, just a lot of practice. And
you're playing out of Coppenwood, you had said earlier.
Yeah,
pretty
amazing practice facility.
Yeah, pretty nice spot to practice.
I'm telling you, it's my favorite place in the world. And like I said, I was telling you earlier, it might be biased, but it's something special. You can never get bored there. Like
I've heard it's one of the best around, like hands down, without question.
Yeah, like I was there for 8 hours today, and it's just like you leave and you're not even bored. Like you're not sick of it because like there's so much you can do there. Like the putting, the wedges, the chipping. It's so time consuming too, and it's fun. I really enjoy it. I enjoyed the grind, as you say. Like I'm a big range rat, so maybe I should work on the putting green, but I'm definitely a range rat.
So
putting's overrated.
I agree.
First events in Edmonton. What's that's the ATB Classic, right? So what's the schedule look like for you? Do you head out a little bit early, try and get some practice rounds in, or do you or do you just kind of go out and play it? You guys were you guys at that course last year? I'm trying to look at it right now.
No, we were in Calgary last year. We
I
were
didn't
at,
recognize that one. Yeah.
Yeah, we were at Country Hills, which was actually a really sweet place. But yeah, now we're in Edmonton, which I've never been, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that's next. I think my flight's on the I think it's on the 11th, the
Okay.
flight, and I think the tournament's on the 16th,
Yep.
if I'm not mistaken, or something like that. So I'll be there a couple days before. It's always nice playing a course like that you haven't played a couple times over.
I mean, what happens if you qualify for the U.S. Open?
Hey, if I'm in the Open, I'm in the Open. We go.
Yeah. Well, and then, well, and you, right
I mean,
now
Canadian.
yeah,
I meant Canadian
yeah,
Open.
yeah.
not
no,
US
I was going to go back to that because you're trying to get in the Canadian Open right now, right? So,
Yeah.
that'll be the weekend before though, so you'll have time if you do get in.
Yeah.
That'll be the week
Quick
before,
move
so.
the flight, no practice round, you'll be good to go.
Yeah.
Be all right.
I mean, you're never going to say no to a Canadian Open, are you?
No, never.
No,
I hope
definitely not.
not.
Definitely not. And then you go right into Elk Ridge. So I guess you're staying out that way, and you'll kind of pop right over there. So
I actually can't even do Elk Ridge, which sucks because I absolutely love that place. I have a bachelor party for one of my buddies. We're actually heading down to Paynes Valley
Okay.
in Missouri. Yeah. I committed to this like a long time ago, and I'd feel bad if I missed it. So it's unfortunate, but
I'd feel bad if you miss playing Paynes Valley too. I'll go.
yeah.
Like if you can, I'll go. But
Sign me up.
yeah, exactly.
You want to take the filler for the bachelor party?
So you yeah, I could be like, what's that Kevin Hart movie? Just like does the bachelor party thing or whatever. He's just like a random. Yeah, I'll just be that guy. So you'll be back up. It goes up to PEI after that. You heading back up that way after?
Yeah.
Okay.
Head back out to PEI, and then
A lot of travel for you, man. A lot of travel.
yeah, it's you get used. You do get used to it. I mean, at the end of the day, it's your job, so you gotta
For sure.
suck it up and just keep moving, I guess.
You when you go down the bachelor party, you'll bring the clubs down.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I think we're playing twice down there, so
I'm
we
going
good.
down in July to Austin, so I'm desperately trying to get onto Austin. So, which is where they play the match play. Yeah, they play the Dell match play. Yeah,
yeah,
so,
the Dell match.
I had an email response back. So, and I was saying to my buddies like, maybe if we're just going to Top Golf or whatever, like obviously I don't care. I'm not gonna bring my clubs. But
Yeah.
If I get on, like I'm bringing my clubs down there. For that.
Exactly.
You gotta have them when you're playing a spot like that.
Austin's a great city too.
Yeah, I think we'll have a good time. I think it'll be a lot of fun, and I'll definitely like we'll get out. I don't know if Bryce. I don't know how your schedule looks, but I'll be out to a couple of these events for sure. You're back in July, aren't you, Bryce?
Not here.
No, I thought you might have been back, but I'll definitely be back to check out a couple of them. Like any of the ones that are here, like a bit more local. I'll be able to make for sure. I'm off on pat leave right now, so I know we were kind of talking about. You were in the cart like when you were 4 or 5 years old. So I actually got to tell my hole in one story I made a couple weeks ago. I had my little guy.
Oh, here we go.
Have my little guy with me. Have my
That's
little
on
guy
that,
with
by
me.
the way, eh?
Yeah. So
I'm so
I
jealous.
had him in the. Yeah, you don't have one. You said yet, right?
Nope,
No?
none.
Man,
Tough one.
I almost made another one at Copetown the other day, and then we were somewhere else. I almost had another one. Or at Port Hope on number 11, I almost made one. Bryce, I hit it to about 2 inches the other day. So something's rolling right now. But
I'll
Yeah,
make
so
my
it's-
second one soon. here.
Something's clicking for you.
yeah, something's going well with the 6, 7, 8 iron, like that range. So anywhere
Yeah.
from 145 to about 170 right now is clicking. But
Right.
yeah, it's hard to put it all together. But yeah, I just I thought it'd be great, Kevin, to have you on, kind of chat. It's always good to kind of see the pro life with you guys and kind of what got you there, how you navigate it. The travel's like really fascinating to me because you guys are just nonstop, right? And do you have any club deals? You work with anybody right now?
Basically strictly Titleist throughout the bag, except for the driver. Like I told you guys before, like I can't get rid of that sim driver. It's like if every time I want to switch a new driver, like I want to try hitting it off the deck, but like you don't want to break a demo or you don't want to break someone else's driver because like stuff can go wrong. Like if I don't have my actual shaft in it, like I don't know how the clubs get like
react. Yeah,
gonna react.
Well, and you have
so-
that confidence with your driver. You know exactly what's gonna do, right? Like
Exactly,
you
yeah.
Throw one thing off, your brain goes all wonky, and you're like, oh, like I don't know what's
Yeah.
gonna happen here.
Yeah. So yes, tightless through the bag. Putter is just. We
What,
had a
you go
lot of
through
putters
putters like
today.
water or what?
What's that?
Just
You go through
recycle them a
bunch-
little bit, yeah.
Cycle
Oh,
through, yeah, me too. Yeah, I always blame the putter because I'm a terrible putter.
I say
always
this,
blame the
man. I've
putter,
said this
but
so many times. I've rolled 2 of my whole life, and it's just one of those things. Like it just, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Now I'm kind of stuck. I got the Scotty Del Mar will probably never leave the bag, right? So
Oh, I used to roll that one.
yeah,
I got one of those in the basement somewhere.
it's pretty sweet. You should go back to it. It'll treat you nice. But
I might have to.
we've taken a ton of your time, Kevin. I don't want to eat up too much more. Maybe we can have you back on after your first win on the tour this season. It'd be
Yeah,
great to get you
absolutely,
back on.
boys.
We had a lot of technical difficulties, so I appreciate you being patient with us.
yeah,
and we'll,
thank you.
Oh yeah, all good. Don't
Yeah,
worry
give
about it.
We'll
extra
fight-
stroke and I can play Coppenwood. I'll give you 4 aside now. So
Okay, perfect. I need that. I need
I
it.
know. I know.
All right, Kevin. Well, thank you so much, man. Really appreciate it. And yeah, we'll be kind of tracking how you're doing this season, and yeah, hopefully we can get you back on in the future and see how things are going, man.
Absolutely, for sure.
All
Thanks,
right.
boys.
Is out in my ball in the course, so I tee up. I lose the ball and I re-up. I miss a fairway, I probably end up in the ocean or maybe the beach. And I'm on a par 5 and I'm finna go reach it. Second was blind, I ain't see it. Feel like it might be an albatross, worst case scenario.